Welcome to Mutant Puke. I'm Jake.
I'm Ivy.
And we're joined today by some very special guests. They're podcasters that are also musicians, or musicians that are also podcasters. I don't know. They wear many hats. We're here with Canyon.
Just Canyon.
How's it fucking going? Listen, it's me, Canyon, and I know you can visually see Kade and Josh, but I've absorbed their souls. So I am Canyon, Kade, and Josh, and I'll be speaking for the both of them today.
Wait, is this a video thing? Do they see us?
Yeah, they can see. It'll be YouTube and audio on both. Yeah.
Okay. Shit.
Kade,
My room looks fine. I got like a dog collar on my keyboard over
Bro,
there.
I've got blankets over here and stuff. People can see into my actual house.
Over there.
You guys want to see what happens if I it's a barn door? You guys have
What? Okay.
It's not,
A barn door.
Canyon's walking away.
It slides over.
Okay.
That's
A
Whoa!
little Japanese style,
I
right?
dig it.
Yeah.
Wild.
That's fucking sick.
It's cool, right?
Yeah.
Actually wild.
Who's got like a slide and it slides so smooth? It's like someone greased it with grease. I don't know. I've like door smoother or
Door
XL or
smoother.
something. Yeah, but it's cool because it's like all blurry. So like I can turn off the lights in here and it just like. Well, you can't, yeah, because it just makes it. It gives it like good
I like
soft
it.
light. I don't know.
I like it.
All the
Can you
people
see
that
through
you
it?
guys have a,
Is it like hardwood?
no,
Okay.
it's just
Can you
it's
see
like,
under
it's like, it's like frosted. You can, yeah. It's not there's
like
not,
maybe
a
you could make
perfect
it
Yeah, but
turn
can you,
off the
can you,
lights
like-
and go behind your door and make like a shadow.
Oh yeah, do that. I want to see that. This is our first video podcast. Oh wait, no, it's not. We actually did a different video podcast with what are they called?
Oh,
It's like audio
Oh yeah, audio addiction. Brandon.
addiction. Yeah, he was chill.
Did it work?
Yeah, kinda.
Oh, it
You
worked.
kinda looked like an Among Us character.
We saw that T-pose, dog.
Dude. Did I look
Everybody's
like I was...
gonna see the shrimps on Cade's background.
They're gonna finally know what
Yeah.
we're talking about.
The
Yeah.
shrimpies.
The shrimpies. He has that every podcast episode.
We need to set a
we
reminder
do.
from one of our episodes to tell people to check out this episode so they can know what the fuck is what we see, because this is what we normally see.
Oh, we're gonna
We're
gonna
talking to
tell
each
our
other.
podcast listeners about this podcast so that they can truly see the shrimpies.
Do you think people are gonna be disappointed that it's like they're like,
Oh,
oh,
that's
this
fucking
is what
lit. They're gonna
this
see
is
all
what
our
I
rooms.
think.
They're gonna be
No,
like,
no,
oh
no,
shit.
no, you don't let me finish. They're gonna be like, oh, I made these people in my, not that they can't see us on like Instagram or whatever the fuck, but like all the photos we have in there are from when we were like 7 years old or some shit. So like they're gonna see us and they're gonna be like, what the fuck? Who the fuck is?
Fuck are these
Like, see
guys?
my weird ass, this going on.
All right, let me introduce the rest of the band. That's a good intro for Canyon. We're also here with Josh.
That's me. Hi.
And
I sing for the band Properties of Nature and podcast
the
for the
guitarist.
the podcast, which is the podcast for the band Properties of Nature.
and Kade.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Mutant Puke podcast.
Awesome. I
I'm Jake
love it.
Barron, the drummer for Properties of Nature.
That's what he does on our podcast.
Yeah.
Every
All right,
episode.
Hatsune Miku, if you wouldn't mind.
I gotta go get my fucking coffee. Sick, huh?
Okay, what do we?
I don't
what do we got on the
understand
list
the
to
reference.
talk about?
I want to know about what's going on with where's the new album, man? Where's the new album? You know, we're
So
waiting. You know, dick in our hands.
There's a big problem here because first off, the money business, the music business is probably the easiest thing anybody's ever done in their entire lives, right? You got to have fun and make
Yeah.
music, but after that, you got marketing and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
And even that's easy. It's the we have to learn how to launder. That way, we make all of our money. So that's the hard part, is we have to do illegal stuff, but we have to figure out a way to do it either legally or so illegally that no one's ever gonna find out about it. So
We only do cash
Fuck that, I'm back
transactions
too.
because now Zelle and PayPal and
Yeah.
all the other shit is if you have over 200 transactions a year, they tax you. The IRS, they come in for us, and they all have guns.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what I heard on the news. I heard somebody said they all have guns or something. Something about the IRS has guns. What's
and
going on with that? Why is that a thing?
Here's the thing too, right? Is that you start laundering and you learn more about laundering as you go along, and you buy a whole fucking you buy a laundromat so that you can get your dirty money clean. Not even the washing sense,
you
but
gotta
just the
clean the
fact
money.
that
No, you
it's a whole
clean the money.
process. They're keen on it now. No more mattress stores, no more laundromats. You have to like fucking do what DGD's doing and fucking be like fucking hot sauce, beer. You're like, oh, we're just making stuff on the side. Money laundering.
Money laundering. That's the way.
If anybody wants to give him a real answer.
Oh, we probably have something coming out
Okay,
this
cool.
month.
Whoa, yeah, awesome.
Maybe. If nothing goes wrong, I mean, dude, I can't guarantee anything, but
Yeah.
it should be the end of this month.
Yeah, that's the plan at least.
So wait, this doesn't breach our contract, right, guys? Like this is. We're not discussing the plans of how we're doing it. It's that
We're not
saying
telling
that
the
it's gonna
exact date.
happen.
Yeah, no, we're okay. We're okay. It's a planned
Okay.
date. I feel like that is allowed.
Are y'all signing
Yeah.
with somebody? Sorry.
No,
No, it's
it's a
different.
thing. There's a thing going
It's
on.
different.
It's like a marketing thing.
It's a mafia mob boss type deal.
It's part of the money laundering thing.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, it all goes into
So
it.
when do you buy the laundromat? When's that coming? How many years
Well, the thing
is
is,
planned?
we already bought it. See, that's why it
Yeah,
took us
the
so long.
laundromat had to be believable in the story. So we actually purchased it before we formed the band when we were all in high school.
Yes.
Yeah, we planned this ahead of time.
You know how hard it is to buy a whole fucking laundromat as a 16, 17, and 18-year-old?
I can
I don't know everybody's
imagine.
ages, so I just said 16, 17, 18.
You're wild.
I'm 14.
It probably at least.
That's literally true.
That
Just
face when I'm
insane,
14
dude.
and own a laundromat to money launder in the next 7 years. That face when you try to do money laundering, but you end up just owning a successful laundromat.
Dude, I've seen people on TikTok and shit who actually own laundromats and they're like emptying their little fucking coin things. they make bank and then they
TikTok.
I don't
Dude,
know. I've
imagine
never
I
heard
didn't
of
know what TikTok
Like,
was. Imagine
that'd be
trying to
kind of
explain to
insane.
someone like from 5 years ago or like 7 years ago what the fuck TikTok is.
You'd say
That'd
it's
be fine.
Vine.
Yeah.
No, it's like Vine on like fucking meth and Adderall.
It's
and
Vine,
crack
but
and
it's as
heroin.
popular, if not more popular, than every other fucking social
Social media platform combined. Yeah.
I feel like it's probably way bigger than Vine, right? Like I don't think
Absolutely,
Vine
yes.
was on
No,
the
Vine died.
absolutely.
One day,
Hey, Vine lives inside our hearts.
Yeah, Vine was
Yeah.
a
Vine
classic.
lives on right here.
Vine comps
If I have to see
got me through
another
2020.
fucking Vine comp, absolutely.
Dude,
Yeah,
I
can't
actually
stand
fucking
them.
hated Vine comps because it would be the same 7 vines.
I
Like,
know.
say,
Yeah.
you get 100 vines and it's just reliving the same seconds of. It's like watching the same video on your phone 1,000 fucking times. No one would ever. I mean, I can't do that. I need something new for this noggin every 5 seconds.
Yeah.
I mean, our new music, you can really tell. When the new
That's why
singles come
Vine
out,
didn't work
not
because you
the-
needed every 5 seconds, but they only did 7 seconds. You needed it faster.
Too much
they just
time.
didn't have too much time.
And also the algorithm on fucking TikTok. Bro, y'all should
Oh,
try.
it works
y'all
really
should try
well.
having an evening with us. It's like this the whole fucking time. It's just like
Actually,
we don't. It just change our fucking minds what we're talking about the whole
dude,
time.
something crazy about TikTok. I reported a post because it was child nudity.
Oh my
And-
god!
yeah.
What the fuck?
They
Yeah.
well, obviously, I would report.
yeah,
it.
yeah,
It's like,
of
why
course,
the fuck
of
am I
course.
seeing
Yeah, I'm
this?
not
Holy
saying what the
shit.
fuck do you reporting it. To be
But the
clear.
fact that
you fucking
So they-
bitch! I can't believe you.
I then got a message thing back a couple days later. They're like, "Hey, there's nothing wrong with this,"
oh no.
and I was like,
Whoa.
"Are you fucking serious?" Like,
Bro,
what
I
the
would
fuck?
screenshot that and just like post to Twitter and be like, "Are you sure? Are you sure that you're okay with
John
this?"
Cena.
So it was
John Cena, yeah.
How did the
There was,
band form? No, I mean, stop feeding into this.
how did
Here's-
the band form?
Okay, yeah. Before you answer that, I'm
Before the
realizing
money
now.
laundering.
You know, when we interview people, it's usually like, they're band members. They're like kind of shy, like, I don't know. I don't know why I
Oh, no,
thought of.
sure.
I thought of.
At this point, we just do whatever the fuck.
Yeah,
Sorry,
y'all-
bitch. This is what we were on a couple podcasts. This is our podcast now. This is what happens. We extended other
We
people's
hijacked this
podcasts.
shit.
This is our fucking podcast.
Properties of
Only you
Mutant
need to
Puke
fucking leave. You need to fucking leave, and you get out of here. We'll run this thing. You'll wake up in a week from now and see this episode posted on the YouTube channel and be like, the fucking band. The music's going fine. It just takes time because we're poor. To answer your first question, it's just a matter of time. We want to make sure we release it right, getting marketing and some scheduling and stuff like that. Because music's great and all, but it goes nowhere. You can have the best album on the planet, and nobody's ever gonna fucking hear it if you don't got a marketing team behind you. So that's what's going on behind with that.
Yeah, hopefully
the
new
second
single
thing
this
you
month.
asked?
New single,
Form.
it's good. It's a sick ass song. Y'all are gonna love it.
Yeah, we'll review
Or you
it on the
won't.
show.
Please do.
We will.
We need as many people to be talking about it as possible, so it does well.
Yeah.
The band Properties of Nature, which you can hear about on the first and maybe 1.5 episode of the podcast, because
Yeah.
we talk about it over there. But I mean, that's back when we sucked ass at podcasting, so no one probably wants to listen to that anymore. But so you can hear it
Relatable.
here all over again. It started out with me and Josh just fucking being like, let's hang out. And then we hung out and we started being friends. Josh, if you're talking, we can't hear you, bud.
That's
Cade and I had actually met before, around the same time Josh and I, but Cade was just kind of someone that I tormented. Like, I just kind of grew up
Christ,
as like
dude,
a kid that
Kenny
was
and
just-
I, we were in the same grade in high school, and like he was just the fucking weird kid that I didn't really talk to. He was in one of my computer classes.
Wait,
and, like,
wait. Before we go on, okay, from an outside perspective, was I the weird kid? Because I always thought I was the fucking weird kid.
Dude, you're the fucking weird kid.
Yeah,
You're literally
yeah.
the
I
fucking
would
weird
say
kid.
he's the weird kid.
You would just say things just to see how I reacted, and I'd be like, dude, what the
Dude,
fuck?
I tortured Cade
Okay,
sometimes.
so he's in my computer class. He sits next to me. He gets word that I'm transferring schools and that today was my last day at the school. So he goes, "Hey, Cade." I'm like, "What's up, Canyon?" He's like, "Yo, since today's your last day here, can you like do me a handy under the desk?" And I was like, "Well, he needs like, you know, he needs a hand with something. He needs a favor. Sure, what's up? What do you need?" And he's like, "A hand job." And I was just like, "God fucking damn it. Shut the fuck up." So that was the last time I ever talked to him. And then 2 fucking years later, I just get a text from him and he's like, "You still play drums?"
Because he like offhand mentioned that he played drums or something, and Josh and I had met up, and I'm really good at guitar now. I wasn't like good. I wasn't like great at guitar then. I was okay. I was okie dokie. I was there's like here's guitarists that play open chords, and then I was like a little bit above that. And
I
then
was the guitarist playing open chords at the time. I was the one playing like rhythm shit.
Yeah, and Josh and I were like making music together, and we didn't know what kind of music we wanted to make.
None of it was good.
No, it wasn't like
We could make
"Oh,
it good.
can
We could take those ideas and make them fucking bomb right now, though.
But we could do anything with
We're not
anything
going
right
to.
now. We just I feel like we're like pretty good now. We could just somebody could give us like 30 samples and be like, make a song out of that, and we'd be like, swag, and then we'd make something we enjoy. Maybe not anybody else, but I know that we'd enjoy it. We think we're
Hey,
pretty
as long
funny.
as you enjoy your own music, that's okay. You don't have to have fans unless you want to make money off of it, which, you know, that's kind of. I want to.
It wasn't so much. It was. I would rather make money on the band if I could. Yeah, band and the podcast. It wasn't so much of like, we're doing it. We got the band back together. It was more like it would just kind of happened over time, and then at some point we recorded, and everything was just in like these small steps. It was never just like this big thing. It's not like how like K-pop people are just like you and fucking you and you, and then we're starting today and here's practice. Like it just developed over like years and years and years.
Yeah, we like practice the same 8 songs. We didn't release one of our songs.
Literally for like almost 2 straight years, we just did nothing
Yeah.
but
We
practice
Just
those songs.
played them.
And then I got
We
really
get
we
together and
never
play those
played them
songs.
live. We never
I
played them live.
Yeah, we
before.
never played them live.
We
No,
played
we
them
played
like
it
3 times.
once before. We played them live. We played one live show before I got like really sick, and then I was living in a different state, and I was like, "Hey guys, let's go record." And I set up like a time to go record. That was pretty sick. That's how it all started.
It took Josh doing all of the work to like set everything up with other people, and then we were all like, I guess we're going to California.
Yeah, as far as like setting up like anything involving people not in the band is generally me setting it up. except for this podcast, which was Canyon. See, he's doing it.
Canyon.
I'm doing it. That's to catch us up on all the questions you asked. Sorry, we were fucking around. It was like,
Wait.
we're only serious now.
I've only
I don't know
asked
what's
2
going on.
questions. But I do
We've
have
answered thousands.
I do have a question, and y'all don't have to answer it if it, violates something, but the sound of this new single you're talking about, is it in line with your first album, or is there
No.
difference? Oh, okay.
Nope.
Not at
We're
all.
never gonna see
Our
that
music
properties
is
of
mad
nature
wild.
again.
Wow.
It's gone.
The first album was just like, it was definitely a product of us being younger and writing while we were learning to get better at our instruments. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very silly.
Yeah. This new one is fucking. It's literally wild. It's not even like the same thing.
I wouldn't say it's nowhere close, but you can instead of going into this going like, man, I can't wait for properties of nature too. It's like you're gonna go into it thinking like, if you go into it going, how much did these guys improve? I want to see how much they improved. Because you'll listen to like your favorite band and then they release another thing and it's just kind of the same-ish music, or maybe they changed a little bit. But like I don't know, I think it's really cool to see like improvements and stuff.
Well,
But
I
maybe
mean,
people will be like, oh, y'all switched up, and it's
It's
like
been 5 years.
Yeah.
Like
it's been a long time.
the music is like 5 years different from
Yeah.
what we released last time.
Think
I
about
think it's
how
really
much your
cool.
life can change in 5 years, and that's how different the music is. You know?
I mean, I think I can at least say what we have coming out is an EP. It's 5 songs, and we're also releasing some singles following that. So
Wow. Awesome.
we're gonna try and keep it like consistent.
Yeah.
Hopefully, in 2023, we release at least 10 songs. I would like
Yeah.
that. That's the plan.
yeah.
Things don't always go with plan, but we're gonna push it to see what we can get done.
I start the songs, and I get bored easily, which means that I make each part to be the craziest thing I've ever written, and people can say, fucking, oh, Will Swan, Tim Henson, fucking as much as they want. And I'm like, for sure, those guys are great. But also, like, dog, I cannot fucking play guitar the way other people play guitar. I wouldn't play it. I wouldn't pick it up. That shit would bore me to death. It's got to be constantly changing. It's got to be interesting. If I make a song, I usually give it 2 weeks of me playing it before I actually record it, because in the time I will have learned how to play it. Even though it was super hard, I will have learned how to play it, and then I'm like, I gotta add more because this is just baby shit now, and I need it to be like really difficult. So I do that for both guitars, and then I send that to Kade, and he'll make some sick ass drums for him that just like
Tie it together
They
and make it sound not like a noodling guitar.
that's what. Yeah. There we go. And the one thing we're trying to do new this time is trying to put like synth and stuff underneath it and on it and like fun stuff like that, because we wanted to really tie the music together, and it's just kind of fun to throw in samples and stuff, and like to be able to hear how everybody has progressed just as like writers in music and stuff like that. I'm super excited for everybody to hear it, and then I'm super excited for people to hear the singles, which is like the stuff that I've been posting on the Properties of Nature Instagram, like the guitar clips and stuff like that.
I mean, if I can dick ride for a moment, I have heard like some sneak peek, if you will, like when you guys showed us some shit when Keely and I were on, and then I heard a little something else on the side. But yeah, this shit is cool. It's like it definitely, you can tell the difference between like the 5 years. Like it's really like a unique sound to you guys, and it's cool. I think people are gonna be fucking with that shit heavy when it drops.
I hope
for
so.
sure.
I fucking
Yeah.
hope so.
For
I think-
sure.
I think that like once we get comfortable in this area, we'll probably stay here for a while in this area where we just kind of go over the top, and then we might go fall back a bit into more progressive stuff where we throw in more silly stuff like funk breakdowns and like just like silly little.
So Wolves in Business Suits is definitely like, I'd say falls into Swancore territory. Is this new stuff?
It's still the
Swancore?
same, yeah.
Okay.
I would
yeah,
say
definitely.
absolutely, yeah.
It's not like
still,
out
like-
of the genre for sure.
Okay.
I
It
would say
just
that the
feels
new
a bit more
stuff just
serious.
like in Swancore, there's like the really goofy shit, and then there's
Yeah.
the like really serious shit.
Yeah.
Whereas Wolves in Business, which was definitely leaning towards the goofy, we were kind of goof asses. This one is like leaning almost entirely in the other way. Like the whole album is just very intense and serious.
Cool.
Yeah,
I-
I don't say any like maximum dumb shit. Like the only thing that I said weird on this one is like I said blah 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 in the background, and that's like the most I got away with this one. I think on our new singles after this, I'm gonna say some dumbass shit. But like
for the singles,
this
we're gonna
one,
bring back some goof. There
wrote
were
serious lyrics.
Let's just say that there were external factors in this upcoming EP that steered us in a more serious direction.
Yeah.
But once we're left to our own devices again, I think we're gonna be a bunch of goofy motherfuckers.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know when we're supposed to announce that.
Maybe
maybe
we'll just let them find it out.
I guess so. We really haven't discussed it, so there's another thing. I mean, you'll figure it out.
Okay.
An EP with a twist.
An EP with a twist.
An EP with a PP.
That's literally true, though. I mean, the album cover, I'm not lying to you guys. It's literally like Death Grips. There's just a cock on it right in the front.
No, there's not.
There's not. On the album artwork,
there shouldn't be.
We're all drawn as cartoon characters. Thomas is actually naked on it, like dead
You
serious.
can't see it. You can't see his cock because he's got a
his
bass
face is
guitar in front
covering
of it.
the area.
Yeah.
Talk about Thomas.
Implied.
Talk about some stuff you love about Thomas. He is the fourth member, not your bass guitarist. I love him on y'all's podcast.
He's really good. I love
Thomas
him.
is certainly a property of nature.
He's our boy.
We should act like really distant and just be
Oh,
like, yeah, he's alright.
You keep doing
We should
that.
just, like,
You keep hating.
Thomas.
Dude,
Yeah,
it's
you're
so
right.
funny. I don't know why. I love shitting on him. But
Thomas
he's
is-
great. He's one of my favorite on the podcast. Honestly, I think we're all pretty great. But like, I don't know, Thomas just pulls shit out of left field. And like it's the way he says stuff where he's like kind of this reserved guy. And like, but then he'll just be like, and then like I like murdered a person, and it's like, bro, what the
Sometimes
fuck?
unhinged. He's talking all normal for a second, and then just some like crazy shit out of nowhere, like a homeless guy. He was on our podcast somewhere. He was talking about a homeless guy that like started crawling into his car, and it was like, "Hey, is anybody in there?" And
Yeah.
Thomas was over here like naked under a blanket, just like
With
sleeping
a knife.
with a knife, and he's like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna get murdered! I'm gonna get murdered!" And then he like
Doesn't
gave
even
the
make all
guy
this shit
$20 to go get some cigarettes at a gas station or something, and then Thomas was like, "I'm fucking out of here."
Dude, that's a good episode. I like that episode. It's also the way that he's kind of like, you know how people are like, oh, I love Santa. You know, Santa's got this charm. Thomas gives me a Santa charm in the fact that when he laughs, he goes like, he like giggles, and it's like, it makes you feel good about your joke.
Except for that one time when he straight Mickey Mouse laughed.
I don't
What?
remember that.
Give me an
Remember
example.
the Mickey Mouse laugh? He went like, like it was just the most
Yeah.
Mickey
Not-
Mouse laugh.
Oh,
Like,
we
I
don't
cut it up and I
sound like
played it like
that.
9 times throughout the episode.
Which episode was that? Do you
I
remember?
don't remember, but literally every time somebody laughed in that episode, I just cut Thomas's Mickey Mouse laugh into the background.
Holy shit. I don't remember that at all. Dude, you know, Thomas is the only band member in our band that I think I
haven't
wasn't
announced.
there. Well, I wasn't. We haven't announced. He's not in our pictures either. I don't think. But
Yeah.
I wasn't there when he joined the band. I was in a different state. It was like right while we were recording our album.
Mm-hmm.
So he actually didn't. He wasn't on our first album. He's on this next one. He does bass for every song.
Yeah.
But and he wrote all of it too. Well, wait. I wrote one song, and it's like a hectic song because I'm the one who wrote it. I wrote the
Dude,
bass.
Thomas,
I feel like it might have been better if he wrote the bass for it.
Thomas
but
fucking
we were
hates
in
Josh
crunch
for
time.
writing the first album bass.
doesn't like my
Giraffe, dude,
bass
that
part.
fucking bass part, every single time we're talking about Giraffe, Thomas is like, Josh, fuck you for that. Fuck
It's really
you.
hard to play. It's really just that one bass part's really hard to play, and it's
he's
unnecessary. I
better.
feel like I could have, if I had the time to rewrite our first album, it would be a lot different on bass.
We should
Would
do
you ever
a
do
Wolves
that?
in Business with Three Ducks.
I don't know, dude. Maybe
You should take
we
parts
might,
from
if
every
people want
song
it.
and just make one song, just to give you like a what you missed or like what happened last album, and then we just have like a 7-minute long song with parts put together.
What?
bullshit.
I mean, we already
Dragon
have
Ball Z
7-minute long
recap
Yeah,
for
I
an
was gonna
album.
say.
Yeah, yeah.
It'd have to be longer than 7 minutes.
No. Just our favorite parts. All right, cool.
Weird. Nobody said anything.
It's literally just, yeah, Canyon, you're right.
Bro, what the fuck was that?
I was letting you cook.
don't
I was
know.
letting you
That
cook.
Yeah, he was letting
That
me
was
cook.
wild.
I'm making.
Had this like constant stream of talking for like the last God knows, I don't know how long we've been in this thing, but like that just absolute silence was crazy.
Yeah, that's fucking funny, man.
So Canyon,
God.
when I was talking
Yeah.
to you, I kind of took you as the band leader for whatever reason because you're so present on the podcast. You do feel like, I don't know if there is a main host, but when I listened to it, I didn't know y'all, so I took you as the main host.
We've talked about this before, and it's Kade.
Yeah.
It's not.
Kade says he's the host at the beginning, but I feel like Canyon drives a lot of the.
Literally, all I have for the podcast is an intro. It's just part of the intro for me to say, and the host of the Properties of Nature podcast.
Yeah, it's
not like
just
Yeah.
like,
actually
it's
the
funny.
guy.
I think of you as the
And
host
so
of the
Canyon,
podcast, though.
Canyon's like the flagpole that we all gathered around after school to like beat the shit out of each other. He's the steady, the thing that's always there for
Why are
you.
you
You know what I
beating the
mean?
shit out of each other? Are you?
You're not. You're the flagpole.
Yeah, you don't.
Josh,
You don't
I
get
have
hurt
to
at
watch
all.
all my
Shit out of
friends
each other
beat
every
the shit
day,
out of each
dude.
other.
But anyways,
I'll
he's
think
like he's the rock. He's the foundation of the properties of nature, the earth of it, if you will. You know.
So I would say that like I definitely lead in a lot of ways, but when it comes to doing, and I do a lot of the creative work. If creative work needs to be done, like I'm the guy. If you see any posts,
He's the main
Whoever
writer, I
posts
feel
it,
like, too. Like, he
Yeah.
starts the songs. He writes the guitar ideas, and then we work around it with our instruments.
yeah, and then Josh does like all the main like work. Anything
What you'd
that's
expect,
work.
like, a band manager to do. Like,
That's
I contact artists, I pay people, I deal with our bank,
Yeah.
money shit. I don't run ads. That ain't my shit.
Yeah.
I can't do it. I can
It's
do
easier
everything
just to
else.
pay
But
someone
I'm
else
like
to do
I'm like
it.
the financial boy and the singer, and I make sure everybody's up to date on what's going on, I guess. But I plan a lot of the stuff, but I don't do everything.
Yeah.
I feel like
not
we
to say
do
Kade
split up
couldn't
a lot
send
of
a
our-
message. Not to say Kade couldn't send a Jesus fuck my ass. Not to say Kade couldn't send a message and be like, "Yo, we need a band meeting." Like everybody, it's not like we don't have like it's not like we have a specified leader where it's like, "Oh, if Kaden didn't say it, I don't fucking care." You know, it's like,
Yeah.
"Can my manager say it?" If anybody wants to do something, they can do something. But,
Yeah.
like usually it's Josh is making connections with someone, and we gotta say, "Oh, we're good for this time to do this or whatever."
Yeah, like
And
I'm
then-
generally the email boy too. I just
Yeah.
send
The,
emails.
the
to
hierarchy
people.
is very, very like fluid and loose, except for when it isn't. Sometimes it's really rigid, like when Canyon tells me, "No, you're gonna play this," whether you like it or not.
Shut
Which
the
he does.
fuck up. I
He
don't
does at
care.
least 3 times every song, and I'm like, "No, I hate this. If I have to play this, I'm not gonna play drums for this band." And then we play it, and then like 6 months later, I'm like, "Yeah, it's not that bad."
Dude, Cade was like, I do not want to play what Blast Beats was like.
Yeah, Blast Beats was
Yeah.
the first big one that
No,
came
I thought
up.
Cade wanted to play blast beats. I thought you
No.
wanted to
Well,
play blast beats.
yeah,
Or were you
he-
just making fun of it? Were you just like, you just started playing blast beats one time at practice and we were like, dude, do
Josh.
that. And you're like, no, I do not want
I
to do this in a song. And
you-
now
you
you're
might
doing it
have-
every time. Like
Josh,
constantly.
you
trying to
might
fit
have
into songs.
missed the conversation that Kenny and I had originally, where he was like, "Cade, you got to do more like some more like heavier metal stuff, like blast beats and stuff." And I was like, "Dude, I fucking hate that. That is awful. I don't even
But you like them
listen to music
now.
with that." And then like the next practice as a joke, we were just playing our songs, and I would just blast beat like every once in a while throughout the songs as a joke. And then you guys were all like, "Yo, that's sick," and I was like,
That's what I
"Please,
remember.
fuck off."
Yeah, it's Cade would do
But
something.
you like him now,
facetiously.
don't you?
I don't know.
Hey, do you have any actual blast beats that you play in our music, like ever?
No, not really.
Cade's
But-
He
Nightmare.
doesn't even do the blast
So
beats.
in one of the like 4 songs that we wrote for album 2 but then scrapped that are now just living in Google Drive hell, there was like a whole section of blast beats. Like we went pretty hard in one section, but other than that, no. So if
Cade's
those ever
like
come
a
out.
whole unreleased shelved album that we were working on. I don't know if we're ever gonna release it now. Canyon's like, I don't want to relearn the guitars.
I can.
Our
I just,
other
I've got
guitarist is no
so
longer
much
in the
other
band,
stuff
and
happening.
he knew half
like-
the other guitars.
It's a thing.
So now
We'll get
don't
there.
know.
They'll release eventually, starting from the ones we liked the most to the ones we liked the least. Which we didn't like any of them like the least. There was all like I don't know. We wouldn't make them.
No, we liked
bad
one of them the
song.
least.
Did we?
One of them sucked.
Which
Yeah, I think it was
One
number
of them
2, but
sucked?
anyways.
I thought all of them was it.
I
it
loved all of
No, that one was the good one.
Oh, okay. What was the? What did it go like? Do you remember? It was a.
Bam 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 bam
I fucking love that one.
Yeah,
You
I like
kidding
that
me?
one too. Damn, so you're getting all these like vocalized songs. They sound so much cooler than just
The Forbidden 1.5
vocalized.
album by Properties from Nature.
Lost
yeah,
media.
Cade's nightmare
Lost
for a
media.
while was making jokes. Like he would be like, "Oh, what do you think about this?" Boom, bing, and then he'd look up to see all of us like, "That's it. That's the sound." And Cade's like, "Dude, stop! No, this can't be real."
But like we weren't even joking with him. Like he would actually play this straight up fire that
He
to him
does
was like a
so
meme, and we were all like, "Dude, that's fucking sick."
Yeah, yeah.
That
I
actually
don't
one of
wanna
those
die. He's
one of
just
those
like,
ended
"God
up staying
damn
on Wolves in Business Suits in one nightstand. For the really heavy part, the da 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 da. There's a part where I go da 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 da. That one I did as a joke, the little bing, and they were like, "Bruh, that's
we
fucking
made a-
awesome."
that's so-
I
that's
was
That's so
like,
fucking
I was like,
hard.
I'm not doing that.
You have this heavy ass part, and then just like a little chime bell.
fucking
just goes
bell.
off. Bro, we should do like a Facebook Messenger or like a Discord notification as like a bing on one of our new songs.
The reason I brought up the whole band leader thing was because I was messaging you, Canyon, and I told you that we are doing like rankings, like album rankings. I mean, for bands. For example, we did Hail the Sun in the first interview we did.
You interviewed Hail the Sun?
No,
Not yet.
no, we ranked their
Wait,
albums.
I was like, "Damn, hook us up."
Oh, I was like, damn, who the y'all the
We
fucking
interview
Donnie?
people too.
Been trying to talk to that fucking guy for years.
Well, so I'm asking you for bands with albums to rank, and you said HTS. Cool, we just talked about it. So
Yeah,
you also said Dwellings and Sufferer.
yeah.
Single album bands, to my knowledge.
He's trying to.
They're good. I don't know.
He's trying to just say,
This
if
one
he had to
album was
rank,
sick.
if he had to rank the Dwellings albums, it'd be like
I thought
Lavender Town.
Wait, what was
Dude.
Canyon? Canyon just said Dwellings and
My whole
Suffer.
idea was that he was like, I thought he was gonna say which bands, like, oh, we're gonna rank these ones, like, which one do you think is the best? Like, it's
okay.
Dwellings, Hail the Sun, then Suffer, Hail the Sun. I thought that's what he meant.
Oh,
So I'm just
my
like,
bad.
we like these.
Wait, what did
bands.
you mean?
I don't know.
I
They're
meant,
ranking
He meant
albums.
like,
Oh,
yeah. Yeah.
if you'd had asked us this like a year or something ago, I'd have been like, oh, DGD, and then we could have had fun, figuring out the albums all then. But nowadays, it's like, I don't know about none of them. But
Not all that.
dude, I've been listening to a lot of like not super well known bands.
it's like all Josh.
Well,
listens
I was
to.
gonna say, in place of the rankings, how about y'all just give like your favorite albums or movies or anything of 2022, since it's New Year's Day when we're recording.
Man, I don't even know what came out in 2022. Not a lot of music I feel like came out, except for like
all
Little
of Buried
Geronimo
Alive.
released an album.
Little
I don't listen to
Geronimo.
Buried Alive, to be honest.
I fucking love Buried Alive. I wish that
I
guy
have listened to them.
would give me kisses.
What else? I don't know anybody else who actually like released stuff in 2022 that I listened to other than Little Geronimo. Did the Home Team release an album in 2022
No.
or is that 2021?
They did their remaster,
No.
but that was 21.
Yeah,
wasn't
they
it?
did the deluxe version that had like a new song on it, but there, yeah,
They
that
had a
was
new song on it.
21.
I didn't know. I didn't listen to it before the deluxe.
There's this other band. It's
Yeah.
not an album. It's just one song.
Sure.
You guys probably have never heard of them, but they're called New Witch's Tongue.
Oh, they
pretty
fucking
cool.
suck. Trash.
Fucking
Canceled.
Oh,
Dude,
wait,
actually,
wait,
I really like that song. I've probably listened to that one song like 30 times.
Cthulhu
So, like,
was
God
good
damn.
though. I like Cthulhu.
Oh yeah, there's
Cthulhu was good. There's been a lot of singles were released, but not like entire albums that I can think of.
Like a big ass fucking playlist of albums. What do you mean?
Bro,
in
I can't
2022
think
though.
of any. I don't got no.
Yeah.
Wait,
There,
okay, name some.
Yeah,
Well-
name all of them.
all of them.
Name every-
Oh, you like
Yeah,
music?
if you like 2022 so much, name all of its albums.
Well,
Name
like,
every album that was released in 2022 right
Name
now. You have
everything.
5 seconds.
Name everything that happened in 2022.
Obama.
Mr.
No,
Bean.
so I was like,
You're right, though.
like last night I was like trying to like find the perfect song to open 2023 with, and then I just went on this fucking rabbit hole of all these like breakcore and cybergrind records that I like listened to this year instead. And so like fuck, even this one breakcore artist, Ethereal Heaven, released like 3 fucking albums and an
Okay,
EP.
see,
Like,
we don't
just
listen to
22.
breakcore or cybercore grind.
Oh, you know what? Scro. I fucking love Scro.
Yes,
All his
Scro
new
He
shit
didn't
is
release an
sick.
album this year, did he?
It wasn't an album. It was just music. Fuck
Oh.
it. Listen, these guys fuck their fucking rules. All right. Listen, you think this guy's my
Scro is
boss? You think
sick.
I'm on his payroll? Fuck this. Fuck these guys.
What
You
a-
know. I'm just kidding. Y'all. I like
Fucking
them.
What about the EP
Face to Face
100
with
Next
Death
drop
was insane.
That's shorter than One Night Stand.
Yeah.
Wait,
Wait,
face
what
to
does that
face
mean?
with death?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Face to face
Scro.
with death.
That song
Oh,
fucking
yeah, yeah.
bangs. So good.
Honestly, I like every song that he did.
Every song he's made so far. I'm
everyone with
digging it.
vocals on it. There was one that didn't have any vocals, I think.
That's not
Fuck
wrong.
instrumental music.
Fuck instrumental.
Same,
I actually
dude.
do listen to
I
quite a
say.
bit of instrumental music, but it's
I literally
anytime I listen to
fuck
instrumental, it's
music.
like math rock stuff, like really weird shit.
Come on,
Like
dude,
I need my
Totoro.
brain to. I need to either hear vocals or the instrumentals have to be doing some weird time shit, just like weird shit that I've never listened to. Like my ADD brain gotta be active, you know? Like
I listened to Emarosa for the first time. They're
Okay.
they,
Bad time to listen to
I-
Emarosa.
was it bad? Is it bad?
Their vocalist
What's
is
bad about it?
on some Tillion shit, honestly.
Are you for
What's
real?
their new one?
His-
Bro!
New one?
Yeah,
Not-
Bradley
So they already
Walden.
had Johnny Craig. They
Yeah.
had Johnny Craig, and now they have another fucking problem guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God
Oh.
damn! See, I don't listen to Emarosa, but I'm blown away because was it Emarosa?
Peach
that,
album was sick.
They kicked
Oh,
Johnny
okay.
Craig out because he just didn't show up on a flight. Like he did drugs or something in the bathroom
Yeah.
at the airport. Was that Emarosa or was that a different band?
That
that
sounds like
Slaves?
Hollywood
You and Slaves?
Undead,
It
weirdly
was Slave. Slaves.
enough. Slaves. Oh.
I think it was Slaves. They got a new singer because wait, was it Slaves? Man, I don't even know
They're
anymore.
Rain City Drive now. Actually,
Yeah.
Are they? They changed their name?
Yeah.
Who fucking cares anyways? They can Rain City drive up my asshole if they want. Hey, you guys ever? Did you guys watch the cyberpunk anime?
No.
I watched like
I haven't
4
either.
episodes, really
Don't
drunk.
help
and
me.
it was,
Fuck
like,
know.
you. You're
I've
watching
never played
anime.
Fortnite.
I've never played Fortnite. I've never played it, but I like there's the fucking song that goes "Burp, meh, burp, meh, burp," and it goes "I ain't your average sicko, I'm dead just like disco," and I like that song a lot on there.
Okay, good song. Yeah, I like that one.
Never heard it.
It's good.
From the
it's,
2
it's hard
seconds,
to
I'm
keep-
in.
Hey, listen, this thing is not a steel trap. My noggin does not. It's like things go in and like nothing comes out, nothing's retained. It's like, oh no, that's a bad reference. I shouldn't say that. It's like a chamber where things go in to not come out.
You guys are all forgetting about the best drop of 2022, which was the new Royal Coda album. That shit was
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
it
okay,
was
yeah.
literally on fire.
Really good record.
Did Gold Necklace
Yeah, that came out 2022.
release an album this year?
No,
Wasn't it?
that was,
I'm
that was the
checking
end
right
of
now.
2020.
Okay, I
2021?
found out about it
Yeah,
last year.
All these fucking 2021 albums that came out that were fire.
2021 was like
Um,
a really good year.
But 2022,
most
I
of the
feel
music
like
I listened to this year was
wasn't
from
a lot
2021 as
that I listened
well.
Oh yeah, Hail the Sun's newest album was in 2021, right?
Even Coletta released that album in 2021, I think.
I loved
Yeah.
that album.
I think it's
I
good.
love
I'm
Coletta.
sad. I still stand by it. I liked their first sound better, the more post-hardcore aspect,
Same.
but the new poppy shit, it slaps. They're both 2 different sounds. They did a really good job.
It's gonna
But
get him.
oh my god, that
money from the
post-hardcore
first
stuff. Yeah, the post-hardcore stuff was my favorite.
Yeah, I never listened
I
to
wanted
that
more of
record,
that.
but my girlfriend got really into it randomly, so I've listened to that EP like 20 times now.
billion
Like
times. I will say, I love the album, their newest album. It is the same song like 8 times, but it's
Well, in every song it does. That is in literally every song on the album. I swear to God.
and I can't get it out
But
of
it's
my
on like
fucking
6
head.
of them, dude.
It's called a
It's on like 6
theme.
of them. You can hear it. It is a theme,
called a
and I know
suite.
other.
Can get
I
a
know other
leitmotif?
bands that have done that. I know a lot of proggy bands do that. The band Outline and Color had a theme like that popped up on like 3 different songs in an album.
Yeah,
there's a
Coheed
band
does
called-
reprises all the time of different
Yeah.
stuff.
Should we do a theme? I want to do a theme.
I don't think we have a theme.
Team up.
I think
Something
our
we
shit
can team up.
changes too much to have a theme.
The theme in our album should just be that we have Homer Simpson's dough in every song.
Go. I know. We
I
we
really
start
don't
off
want
and
that.
Scream.
Cade goes. The song goes.
I would
the
be
song
more
starts,
okay with the Wilhelm scream than don't.
Bro, fuck the Wilhelm scream. No. It's gotta start, and you'll hear the first 4 clicks of the tempo goes beep boop boop boop, and then Kate goes flippy on my dip, and then the song starts, and that's like
Every
that's how you-
song.
That's how you know it's a Properties of Nature song. It starts with beep boop 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 flippy on my dip.
Canyon,
It'll be
are we
like,
ever gonna have? Are we gonna ever have like a little break in a song where it's like it just stops for a second, goes, oh my fucking goodness, and then just drops into like a fucking like
You
What was her
should.
name?
You should. Absolutely.
Misty something.
It was like her name's like Misty Cloud or
Stone.
Misty White or something.
Stone.
But yeah, she Misty Stone. I thought you were saying don't. I thought you were like don't mention Misty Stone. Misty Stone. Yeah, she's like known for like how she talks during her pornographic videos.
During
And
her acting career.
yeah, she goes.
She has
"Oh
an
my
acting career."
fucking Goodness. And we could put that on there.
no, there's
Grand Theft Auto 5 had
She
her.
was on Grand Theft Auto 5. When you
there you
have this is I don't know anything about adult film industry actresses, anything. Just this one girl because it's so fucking funny. Because she's always like, oh my fucking goodness, oh my fucking goodness. Because Canyon showed me. He's like, dude, you gotta listen to this. This is hilarious. And I
What
was
is
like,
this
"Dude, that is pretty
interview?
funny."
What is this guy doing?
What?
Anything?
I don't know. This interview is going off the rails. But I was
like
playing
it.
Grand
I
Theft
like
Auto one time, and I was like, you know what? I've never picked up one of these prostitutes before. What is this all about? What is this? Because it's like it's in the game. Let's try it out. And then I heard,
Gosh, out
oh
here
my
horny
fucking
posting
goodness!
on
Oh
Steam.
my fucking goodness! Oh my
I've
fucking
literally,
goodness! Oh my
I've
fucking goodness!
never picked up a fucking. I was always too embarrassed. Even by myself, I'm like, I'm scared. What if
I did it one time. I did it one time, and it was that, and I was like, no way! Canyon
It's
told me
her.
about this.
she's real? The myths are real. Mr. Stone in GTA 5.
The scroll, the tome has told us all we need.
What if
The
that?
prophecy is
You
true.
You open up the ancient book, the only thing written on the page is this, oh my fucking goodness.
People,
Just
people in their
bold. It's in
hey,
it's
hey,
in Comic Sans. It's bold.
hey, you listening right now? I see you out there turning down your car volumes and turning down your phone volumes so people around you don't hear.
Me.
Turn us back up. All right, we're done. You can
We're
turn us
done.
back
We're
up.
done. You can cut this. Cut the
literally-
whole part
No,
if you
Absolute-
want.
No, it's
I
gotta,
like.
No, you
I
don't-
think it was
it's
the,
part of it.
the first fucking Properties of Nature podcast episode I listened to opened with you guys doing shit like that. I was like, what the fuck? Like, I just turned this on. I think I was like trying
Oh,
to
was the
edit.
moaning one? Canyon.
Yeah.
Oh,
And he was like,
you wanna,
ah.
oh, wait,
Yeah.
you said we wouldn't.
And then he like
turn us back
boosted
down.
the
Turn us back
sound.
down.
Okay,
He's like,
Fucking-
you can turn your volume up again, and then he went like, ah, and it like blew people's fucking.
when I was editing
speakers
that one,
and
dude,
shit.
so 90% of the time that I'm editing the podcast, it's so when it comes out on Monday, it's Sunday night. Wait, Monday morning at 5 a.m. Like I'm literally about to go to bed and I'm like,
Jesus.
fuck, I didn't edit the podcast.
No.
And so I'll just open it up real quick and fucking pull it up and line up the claps at the beginning, and then it's like, okay, here we go, let's start editing. And I just hit play and he's like, and I was like, what the fuck am I doing? What is this? I hate this fucking band. I hate this fucking podcast. I hit pause, I hit play again. I was like, God fucking damn it. This shit sucks.
It was like
Goddamn.
fucking 5 minutes of that shit. Like, yo.
Well, I think it was like the
Hold on,
only.
I was trying to
I
say
think
my
that's the
fucking
only
intro.
one.
Shit was awful.
I'm at a point where I feel bad trying to re-rail this derailed interview. You know, like
All right, let's go.
So
Question
good. Every
question
time it
number 3,
derails,
what
it
is it?
gets better.
Well, Josh, you were on our podcast. We had a guy named Casey on that was on for a while. He left the podcast. No bad blood. He just didn't want to do it anymore.
Love you, Casey.
He's from Poltergeist. Yeah.
Casey.
Yeah, we grew up together. Oh my god, we went to high school together. So
Wait, where do you live?
Lexington, Kentucky.
You live in Kentucky, okay?
Yeah.
Shit. We recorded our new EP in Kentucky.
Yeah, with
Oh, really?
what's his name? Cole.
Hey.
Cole something. Right?
Yeah. You can't
Cole
say who else was
Sprouse.
there if
Cole
anybody
Sprouse.
leaked anything.
Imagine if it was Cole Sprouse.
It was Cole Sprouse.
No, it's not. It wasn't. Not Cole.
Produced by Cole Sprouse.
We actually recorded the whole album. They brought the whole cruise ship from
Oh,
From that-
Life on
Sunny
Deck.
and cruise ship
From the
Delphia.
sweet life.
God damn it! What's the
Yeah.
Sweet Life?
Sweet
The
Life
Sweet
on
Life
Deck.
on Deck. Yeah, they brought the Sweet Life on Deck all the way to Kentucky,
Crazy.
and we recorded on
in
on
Kentucky,
deck.
we actually have a giant replica of the Ark. You know, like Noah's Ark.
Oh yeah.
Our
The
governor
500
spent so much
500
money.
foot long one.
Yeah, it's a gigant. I've never been there. I kind of want to go there for the podcast, like make a stupid video or something.
Yo,
But-
when I'm up
I'll
there in
look at it.
April, go there and record the episode of the podcast on the Ark.
On the Ark.
And then call me up. Call
What
me up
happened?
and like video chat me and go like, "Hey, we're on the fucking Ark, Josh. Josh, we're on the fucking Ark."
We're on the arc, dude.
This is off topic.
Josh.
I know, crazy. But do
Imagine
y'all watch
that.
Channel 5? Andrew Callahan. He's like this tall,
Dude.
weird guy.
Fucking love Channel 5. I have a
blaspheming
beanie and a
dude.
sweater and everything, man.
Yeah, in his videos
Is that
recently.
the thing that does all the spooky stuff? Is that the spooky one, or am I
No.
thinking of like Channel 28,
know.
where it's like there's ghosts on the moon?
It's like
you
on
know what I'm talking about?
on the ground actual journalism for like weird stuff
okay.
and like actual important stuff. Like they went to Uvalde, Texas after the shooting and like took some really great interviews. In the videos recently, he meets Yeet or that rapper, you know, one of those kid rappers, and he keeps going up to people and saying, "Hey, are you a Yeet fan?" And they'll be like, "Yeah, I fucking love Yeet. I fucking love Yeet." And then he'll call Yeet on iPhone, and the person he's talking to will just scream into the fucking phone, be like, "Oh my god, I love you. I fucking love your song." They'll start singing his songs to him, and he'll just be looking at it like. He doesn't move. He doesn't say anything.
I would
fucking
absolutely-
hates Andrew for that shit.
One time, Josh was at a Hail the Sun concert, and he called me because he's like, "Yo, Donovan, I fucking people that don't know, you're fucking weird. Donovan's their lead singer,
Yeah.
and he's like, "Yo, Donnie, you want to talk to my boy Canyon?" And Donovan's like, "Yeah, okay." I don't know what he sounds like. He said, "Yeah," and then
I talk like this.
yeah, I'll talk to Canyon. I'm excited. And so he calls me, and then I just don't pick up. I didn't
Yeah.
pick up. And thus started my my misery of never meeting
Dude.
him, even though I've been in his proximity maybe like 50 times. At this
Oh,
fucking point.
seriously.
You
I mean,
really
we
bought
talked about it
tacos
on the
for Donnie.
podcast, though. Yeah, he bought tacos for Donnie, and because we were recording we were recording Wolves in Business Suits, and Drew, the recordy boy, and Donovan was in there recording something. I don't remember what they were doing, but they were like, "You guys got to leave." And they asked Canyon to go get tacos for them, and he brought the tacos back, and Drew like leaned out the door, grabbed the bag of tacos, and was like, "Yeah, Donovan doesn't really want anybody in here right now. Bye." And he shut the
Which is
door. And Canyon's
understandable.
like, "What?"
Yeah.
Canyon's like,
Yeah,
"Fuck."
makes sense.
And then
It's
like
understandable, but it's also just like originally I thought Drew said, "Hey, do you want to grab dinner later?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then I'm like, "Hey, Drew, like it's getting pretty late. When did you want to grab dinner?" And he's like, "No, I meant you go grab dinner for Donovan. He wants vegan fish tacos or whatever. I forget what the fuck he wanted. That's not the vegan is not fish or something." I don't know.
Anyways, another I think it might have been the next time we went back to finish up Wolves in Business Suits though. We were all hanging out, chilling around, and Canyon was napping outside of the studio, and the rest of us were in the studio. And Donovan just came in to hang out and chat with Drew. We all just chatted with him, like shook his hand,
Andrew
and
Wells.
everything. And Andrew Wells, yeah.
Mr.
And then
Bean,
like they leave, and like a couple hours later, Kenny comes out. He's like, "Oh, I feel really good and rested, man. I'm ready to
By the way,
record
I
more
hadn't
guitar."
slept in such a long time.
And we were
because
like, "Yeah, dude, you missed,
I've been
you missed
recording
Donovan, you
nonstop.
missed Andrew Wells. You know, we were hanging out with fucking Kanye West. Wait, that's not a good
Yeah,
thing.
he thought we
anymore.
were. Dude, he thought we were joking though. We were like, yeah, like Andrew Wells and Donovan were here, and he's like, nah. And Drew was like, yeah, they literally were. And Canyon's like, what the fuck?
I'm like, why did nobody fucking wake me up? Like you fucking, I was 2
We
feet
should've
that
probably
way, and no one woke me up. God, you
He
fucking
was
ass.
he was literally like a max of 10 feet away from us on the other other side of the wall,
Well,
dude.
Josh, how did your collab with Poltergeist happen? Because I've known Casey, so I kind of get the early info. I had no idea you were going to be on the new EP they're doing or that song that came out. How did that happen?
So we were in the studio. Actually, did I record it there or I recorded it at home, didn't I?
Yeah, you did it at home.
You're quite a
So I recorded it at home, but I wrote it in the studio when we were recording our new EP in Kentucky. We actually saw David, the other guitarist and singer of the band. He came into the studio and I was like, dude, if you're down, I can feature on a song if you got any new songs coming up. And he was like, we probably don't have space. And then I guess he talked to his band members and got back to me like a couple weeks later. And he's like, hey, we actually do have a song that I want you to sing on.
Yeah, the one you're on, I didn't think it would even have a feature, but your feature adds a lot to it. I'm glad it's there. Yeah, so that kind of just panned out like that, huh? I lost steam completely.
Yeah, I'm trying to feature. I'm trying to feature on a ton of shit.
Yeah,
I'm trying to sing on like everything. So
we're trying to be on actually everything this next year.
I keep hitting up a bunch of bands. I'm like, hey, do you want me to feature on your band? I'll do it for free. And some of these people just like aren't messaging me back. They're like, well, fuck, just leave this guy on red. Who the fuck is this guy? Band properties. What the fuck is Properties of Nature? And I'm like, dude, I'll make it good. I don't even give a shit. Like, bro, I'll do it for free. I have like a really expensive microphone. And I can record myself.
Yeah, see, I'm trying to do the opposite. I'm trying to get on the Properties of Nature. You know, I'm trying to feature for you guys.
It's not like you're absolutely.
No, I get it. You guys don't want me.
It's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time. It should be this year, though.
No, I'm starting to.
I'd be
That
down.
way we can carry it over for the marketing.
Oh,
purposes.
yeah.
we gotta have a squash the beef tour. You know,
we need to start beef with people. Like, we need to like be friends secretly, but be like, yo, this fucking bitch did this, and they'll be like, I can't believe that. And then you go, no, they got the story all fucking wrong. We need to start doing that.
They punched me in the
People love
face
that.
first.
People love that shit. Yeah.
So like I tried to do that shit with fucking Daisy from Yeti because we're really good friends, and every time we try to start it up, it just like doesn't go anywhere because she's too nice. Like I think it was like a couple weeks ago or something, or like a couple months ago. I tried starting up beef again with her in like the Yeti Discord, and then all of a sudden like she was creating a cult and people were just like fucking shitting on me. I was like, damn, I can't. And then I tried to take it to Twitter, and then she was like, why would you say that? It really hurt my feelings. I was like, God damn it.
Oh, fuck.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
Like obviously I didn't actually hurt.
You
her
just gotta like
feelings.
backstep and go like, oh fuck, I didn't mean it.
You expect you're like, oh, we'll both play into it, and then
you
you're
say
both
something
just like,
way too
"Fuck the
far,
other
and you're like,
person."
God damn it.
No, I didn't. I didn't even say anything.
No. You
I
don't have to
think
say
I called her
anything
a meanie head. I called her a meanie head on Twitter, and she was like,
You know what?
You can't just call.
Hey, you can't say the M word like that, bro.
And then say you called her a meanie head. That's fucked
That's too
up.
far. You can't just tell me that's not too far.
I'm
I
fucking
thought
leaving.
I thought it was-
This shit.
Canyon left the call for audio listeners.
Moment.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing about trying to do the fake beef
Oh
thing.
shit! Now all the image. Oh, there it is.
You have to be equivalent sizes, right? Like New Witch's Tongue is not equivalent to I Met a Yeti. So if you're
think you can still start
beefing,
beef.
you can all you want, but the
Yeah, I feel
smaller
like the
band
fan
is
base
gonna
is-
get fucked over in this beef.
Yeah.
Like just by sheer number alone. So it has to be equivalent sized bands. You gotta. It takes a lot, I think, to make a fake beef work.
Oh, for sure.
there's a lot
I don't
of
know
stuff.
if I don't know if I actually want to do a fake beef. I feel like that would.
Well, this podcast is gonna damn
that would
any
go
attempt
bad.
at it. Like,
I want people just to think. I want people to know that we're just goofballs. Like it's like, at some point, we will probably get serious. Like we're more serious now than we were before, for sure, and we're a lot more thoughtful of other people's feelings and stuff like that. And like but overall, we're still pretty fucking dumb. I don't know. I don't know if you come back from that, but.
I mean, Kate's got a shrimp on his screen.
Yeah, man, that's the dumbest. He's the fucking look at him with the shrimp.
They're doing the thing.
Oh.
Earlier, I don't know if you guys saw it, but like 20 minutes ago or so, a shrimp straight fucked off. It was just on the screen and then it just went. I was like, what the fuck?
Just went up.
Yeah, dude, it was fucking insane.
I don't.
You
think I
like look
saw
at the
it.
YouTube video and it's like most watched and it's like that.
Yeah.
Floats
One of
around.
the
them just
shrimp
straight
disappearing.
fucked off.
So, YouTube commenters find that. I'm not gonna find it for you. You gotta find it yourself. Put it in the
Do your own
comments.
fucking work.
You can probably see it.
I'm
'cause
not
I
gonna
just
watch
was
a
like, we were
fucking
just talking and I was
shrimp
like,
Somebody in the comments has to do the. They have to like make it out of lines or whatever. You know how you can make like an
ASCII?
image out of text.
Yeah.
Just make the image out of text of the.
Oh, and pointing towards the
whatever that meme
timestamp.
is. Yeah.
Yeah, pointing towards the timestamp. You gotta point it
If
towards
somebody
the link in the
puts the
video.
time
and
into doing
timestamp.
that,
Yeah, do an
That'll
ASCII
be
soy
fucking
jack
legit.
pointing at the timestamp.
Please.
We definitely
Give it-
have
give
the
it-
numbers.
give it
as
Germans.
like that.
somebody do that.
Give it German
Need
985's face and have him do the and pointing at the timestamp.
I don't know what that is. What is Germa?
It's a
German
Twitch
985
streamer.
is he's a
memer.
streamer, content creator guy. He's just some
He's a
silly,
gooster.
almost 40-year-old.
Is he
He's a silly
good?
guy.
I think he's one of the
He's
funniest
really
streamers, but
Okay, because I keep seeing the name Germa come up in like memes and shit, and I'm like, I don't know what Germa is, and then I don't actually go and search it
You
up.
probably
I'm
know
like,
his face, dude.
fuck.
He's in memes. He's literally
Okay.
a memer.
Bro, he's
He's
literally a
literally a
meme.
Look at this guy's
yeah, I
shows-
don't recognize his face at all. I've never seen that before,
That's offensive.
dude.
Josh is out of
it's like
touch.
One Piece.
You're pointing at me. Pointed at me
Yeah,
on
One
the
Oh,
Piece,
my screen, that's Josh. That's you.
on the. It's
One
switched
Piece has
around.
a thing. God damn it! I keep trying to talk every day.
I'm sorry.
all right, say your thing.
I'm just joking.
Say your
I'm just
thing.
joking.
Okay,
Um,
Josh, lay it on us.
I know Ivy's a One Piece fan.
Yes.
Yes. One
The One
Piece has
Piece is
a
real.
thing where there's like a thing called Germa.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
what I
yeah.
reject,
Not every
German.
time.
The technology kingdom.
Yeah, we can't really say anything without like straight leaking anything. Like I feel
Yeah.
like that's like a
Big,
Big
spoilers for Whole
Big
Cake
spoilers.
Island. Skip to the end
Big
of
spoilers.
this timestamp if you don't want to be spoiled.
skip the whole cake and you won't be spoiled.
Dude,
Yeah,
90%
don't
of
watch.
YouTube videos that have shit like that, it's like skip to here if you don't want to be spoiled. And I'm like, I don't want to be spoiled, but I don't really want to click at anything right now either, so I just watch it and I'm like, fuck, dude, I should have just played that
That's
game.
when you truly
regret.
decide whether you care or not, though, right? Like, if you
Like,
really
you're
care
literally
enough,
like-
you will skip.
I mean, are you gonna watch 890 episodes of One Piece to get to this point? Probably not. I did.
I've been
Yeah.
doing it.
Ivy did.
Like, I think the funniest thing about like the spoiler content to me is when people make the joke about the intro cards for the episodes of One Piece. It's like you gotta skip the intro card because it'll be like fucking episode 599. Luffy fucking dies and the world explodes and the One Piece was just a big cock. And they're like,
Wait,
what
at the beginning of the
One
at the beginning of the
Piece, you know
episode
what
or
I'm
at the
saying.
end?
At the beginning of the episode, you know how there's like they usually do like an intro that's like a recap and then like the title card pops up
Yeah.
and it says the
Yeah.
title of the episode, and like One Piece is
don't-
notorious for having like the title card just spoil the entire fucking episode.
That's awesome.
I think I totally am
Yeah,
oblivious to that, and I
yeah.
don't read it. I think I just do other things while the intro music or whatever's playing, or I tap my fucking arrow key forward like 8 times. I'm just like,
Yeah, it's always like 7 or 8.
I
Yeah.
finish.
Yeah, you gotta skip that shit just like right
I just
after
realized
the time
what you
card,
meant.
like, there you go.
I just realized
Speaking
what you
about
meant.
this-
Yeah, it literally just goes like Luffy dies this episode, and you're like, oh, what the fuck? I didn't watch it, and then Luffy fucking
Seriously,
dies, and
though?
you're like, oh.
Seriously, though,
man.
one thing I really don't like about One Piece, the one thing, because I don't think they used to do it in like earlier episodes, but like if you're watching the newer ones, there's a fucking 2.5 minute long intro song, and then they have a 2.5 minute recap. So that's 5 minutes of the episode.
Yeah, so that's
So
like
it's
that's
like
the thing.
all
with-
gone, and then
with
the
fucking
end
One
is
Piece.
another fucking 3 minute like
Next time on
thing
One
of the
Piece.
next episode. Yeah, it's like, dude, what the fuck? That's 8
So-
minutes of this 30-minute episode. I don't want 22-minute episodes. I want a 30-minute episode.
So that's Toei's fault. Toei has been doing One Piece since the fucking beginning, and because it's a weekly anime, while the actual like also like manga is being serialized.
Yeah.
The way that Toei adapts it is they put in a lot of extra shit, like the intro, the title card, the recap. Then you get like 15 minutes of the
From
episode.
a business perspective, you have to do that because you can't make a whole fucking episode.
They'll
you
catch
just-
up. That's why.
Yeah, it's like we have to do this, and it's understandable. But at that point, it's like I'm just gonna read the manga.
Just fucking
'Cause
read
it's
it.
like-
There's no reason
yeah.
to watch it. Like if you want to
Yeah,
watch
like
it.
I feel like when
Whatever.
I'm watching Demon Slayer, if a manga and the anime is good enough, you will watch them both. If one of them's not good enough, you're not gonna watch the other one. I've read all of Demon Slayer, one of the best fucking mangas I've read that doesn't have like a fucking shitty ending. Is that spoilers? Sorry, it's good. Go fuck yourself.
I wouldn't say that.
But then, and watching it too is still a fucking gem. Like it's great. It's a good time. Same thing with Jujutsu Kaisen. I'm reading through it. And
Yeah.
I actually watched that one first, and then I'm gonna read all of Chainsaw Man that's out right now before I watch it. I at
Yeah.
least want the one season to be done.
They
I wanna-
definitely like improved the pacing by moving to like a season based release schedule. Like a bunch of the manga gets released, it gets popular enough in Japan that they can justify like making an anime adaptation, and then they do it by season so that you get like great animation quality at a higher budget in like
Yep.
12 episodes of good adapted content versus
Chainsaw
weekly or whatever the fuck Boruto is right now. Basically, it's like Boruto is the worst of the worst
All
in
I
terms
read
of
is
adaptations.
Boruto. Yeah, I didn't even read Naruto. I just read Boruto.
it's so good. It's just so good.
Yeah,
His son is just way cooler. You wouldn't get it.
You-
Naruto's a shitty dad now, and his son doesn't give a fuck.
Naruto.
Boruto.
And neither do we. Fuck this fucking story. We're just like Boruto. I fucking hate my job, and we're like, we hate our fucking wives and our kids. We made a shitty book. I'm sure it takes a lot of effort to write a bad book, so that props to them
That's
for writing
amazing.
the worst thing.
Okay, well, we should start wrapping up. I'm gonna ask a question. It's a very important question to me. I'm sure it's gonna be another 30 minutes of wild,
Oh shit!
wild
Evaporated.
venturing discussion. Josh isn't here, but we can ask him when he gets back.
He'll come back. He'll come back.
Yeah.
He'll come back. He'll come back.
Do you think the name Chicken Run Dreamcast is good for a band? Is that a good band name?
Do you want a real answer?
Yeah.
Be mean.
Let me think about it. Because here's the thing, like, the only way that gets popular is you got really good fucking music, and people are like, wow, that's the juxtaposition that makes it work, right? Like,
Yeah.
what's it, 100 Gex? You know,
Yeah.
it's like, but that one's kind of cool. So, like, even that's got its own thing, whereas the other thing's just kind of two things slammed together. I think 10 years ago, yes. Nowadays, it feels like the thing to do. You kind of, I don't know.
Wow.
It honestly just depends on the music, I think.
Cade?
What do you, yeah. What do you
Sega's-
think? Like,
Sega's cool, dude. Call your band just Dreamcast. Don't even fuck with it. Just call it
Oh,
Sega
I bet
Dreamcast.
there's gotta be a band called Dreamcast, right?
Funnily enough, there isn't actually. You can be the first.
SPC, dude. Sega Dreamcast.
How do you know? Just off the dome, you didn't check. We talked about that the last time.
He
we
actually
did.
You
knows
think,
No one's
oh,
checking.
Like I haven't been checking every fucking day. Like I don't always check to make sure Dreamcast isn't taken.
just
That
to
way,
be
that
sure.
way, my
There
online
is a band
podcast
called
friends can have it.
Dreamcast. There is a band.
Fuck.
Well, last thing they put
There a
out
band
was in
called Sega
2022.
Dreamcast.
Yep. Can't take it.
There was actually a podcast before the Podcast called the Podcast. It was just called Podcast, not the Podcast.
Whoa.
And then we were like, you know what? This guy's a fucking
No,
nobody.
it's like Batman.
Nobody knows this guy, and we're gonna be the Podcast. So our whole thing is to get bigger than that person before they can get big enough to be like.
I thought you were saying you guys did another podcast. There is
No.
there's a podcast that's not
You
y'all?
probably can't fucking find it anymore. He had like 4 episodes. It was
we
all
killed
in
the
like
guy in real life.
2017.
We tracked him down.
Yeah, this is us just
Murder
saying that we
confession.
fucking did it.
We just
our
walked up
confession.
to his front door, knocked. Hey, everybody.
Hey, everybody. This is the echoes
He's
to his
just like,
house.
what the fuck is going on?
What's going on? And you're like,
There is
We see
not
that seed
one.
you made back in
There's not
2017.
one, but 3 podcasts. I think I'm going the wrong
there
way.
wasn't that many. There wasn't that many in the
fucking believe
beginning.
Fuck, how do
Let
you
me look
work,
this up
folks?
real quick.
Podcast.
I just looked up. Where are you finding all this
But
podcast?
there's only one the podcast. Okay, get out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, who the fuck makes podcasts? What does that stand for? Because ours stands for something.
Yeah, that's a great question. I was actually thinking the same thing. Like, someone who's not properties of nature, what the fuck? What else would PON stand for their cast?
When
Probably
did they
stands
start
for
their
like
fucking
poor old
podcast?
nerds. That's what they are. Just a bunch of poor old nerds.
Josh,
Old nerd.
Josh, I asked an important question. What do you think about the band name Chicken Run Dreamcast?
I don't know, dude. It'd probably do well.
So miserable.
He's like,
I don't
Sad
fucking
answer.
care about
I
your
wouldn't
stupid
name-
fucking.
I wouldn't name a band Chicken Run Dreamcast.
No,
but
you don't think?
No.
I would
What-
name
what-
my
okay.
debut album
see it.
Chicken Run Dreamcast.
I can see it doing well. Though.
Okay, now that's a different story. An album name.
Happy
See, that's
Hour
the thing
did
is like,
Dreamcast Trash as their first EP.
is this already an existing band and
Happy
we're just
Hour?
shitting on them? Oh, not Happy Hour. I thought we were talking about Chicken Run.
No,
Dream-
no, I'm not. I'm not asking this question. It's not a real band, to be clear.
Okay. Is
Where
this
did you
something in
create
the
this
works?
name?
No.
Where
There's
did
never
you get
gonna
the
be
name
a-
from?
Jackson, a member of the podcast, he just said it on an episode. So I've been ending each interview with that stupid question because
I think
Okay. Wait, is the podcast over?
Josh left and he came
We have
back and he's
3
like, podcast
questions?
is done.
3 questions and the podcast is
Well,
done.
is that my
Well, that's
fault?
it.
Is that my fault? You know, is it my?
We've derailed the shit out of this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think 3 questions is pretty fucking good for y'all. Honestly,
That's a lot of questions, man,
The fact that
honestly,
you even
yeah.
got in 3, yeah.
Yeah, I'm surprised we
good
didn't just
job.
stay on one the whole. I mean, wait, listen, during the fucking the New Witch's Tongue interview episode, like I don't think
Was that
we
an
didn't talk about
interview?
fucking shit that whole episode.
There was literally a point where you asked me an episode and I was like, I'm not fucking answering that. Let's go back to talking about the meat truck. Like,
Yeah, dude, it was too good of a time. You just can't help it.
I'm not
roll with the
fucking
punches.
answering that.
Hey, real quick, what y'all do for your New Year's? Anybody do anything special?
I got blackout drunk for the first time, and it's kind of scary.
I fucking blowed for me. First time that happened, but we
Yeah.
don't talk
Was
about
it a
that.
good time, though?
I was definitely
think.
of age.
I'm not gonna say what happened while I was blackout drunk, but I think it
you
was good.
you played Jackbox games with us,
I
and
was
when
not
you came
blackout.
in,
then.
that's when we drew. When you came in, that's when I drew that picture of you with a huge cock.
Oh, that makes
And it
sense.
just went
Those are
downhill
Jackbox
from there.
games.
Normal thing to
Yeah.
say.
Okay.
Yeah, that picture.
Oh,
Someone always ends up
Where
getting
did you
drawn
get
with a
that
huge
from?
cock during
Canyon, where
Jackbox
did you
game.
get that from?
I
Twitter.
made it.
Stores.
He just
Didn't
had it.
Oh.
make it.
No, I sent it to Canyon at the beginning
Yeah.
of the
Okay.
podcast.
He been had that.
Yeah, I've been had it.
Been had that.
Did
I
anyone else?
actually forgot it was New Year's, and I just went to
You
bed.
forgot it was Christmas when we tried to schedule the interview the first time.
Yeah, I
He
did. Yeah,
literally
I was
did.
like,
He
"Oh, you wanna
fucking
do this
texted us.
day?"
He was like, "You guys want to do Sunday?" I was like, "Yeah, sure. We always do Sunday." And then, like 5 minutes go by. I'm like, "Fuck off! This Sunday's literally Christmas, you dumb bitch." I just messaged him. I was like, "No, we can't do fucking Sunday."
Well, I'm pretty sure like Jake asked me like, "Oh, are you good for this weekend?" And I was like, "Yeah." And I didn't even think about it being Christmas.
Me too.
That was
too.
everybody. We almost worked on Christmas on accident. We've been planning this for like 2 fucking months now, and every time we plan it, it's always like, something. I always
that's
thought that
literally
we were.
Christmas.
I remember being younger when we started the band and being like, why is it so
You were
hard to
younger
read
we
Reach out
started
to
this
people. True, actually, true facts. And I fucking
Shower thoughts.
things just get difficult. Like, I don't know. Then, like, sometimes you're just like, I don't want to fucking do anything today. It's my goddamn weekend, even though I only just started working again a week ago.
We had a pretty big I remember we had a pretty big argument like somewhat early on in the band where I can't remember if it was me or another member of the band whose name shall not be mentioned was like
We argued so much back
he was
then.
like, I gotta be real, I just don't want to practice today. Like, no. And we were like,
just
that's
left.
not
The
fucking
shrimp's gone."
acceptable. That's not fucking okay. And there was like this whole
Yeah.
argument, and it was like, are we gonna be serious about this or not, bros? And it's like, dude, we've got 3 songs. You know, like, what do you want?
3 more.
You were
Double it.
Kade, you were like, I just don't want to play.
What's that?
Were you saying you just didn't want to play?
I can't remember if it was me or somebody else, but I remember that whole argument.
Everybody's gone through phases, man. Like, everybody has gone in the phase of the band where they've hated at least one other band member, and they've told me about it. We're like, dude, fuck this fucking guy. And then that person, they got their act together. At one point, it was me, and I fucking knew it, and I was like, I'm a piece of shit right now. But then I had to come back from it, and then
Canyon's like the band CEO and the band HR.
yeah, it is
Band
true.
HR.
Yeah, people will be like, I just can't deal with this, and I'm like, let me deal with it, and then I don't know. Usually,
And
it
then
just
he
comes up
doesn't
with
deal with
me
it.
telling the other. I do. I mean, there's only so much that I can resolve between two people that aren't talking to each other about fucking problems and stuff. There's only so much I can do, but it works out, right? We're still here.
And I'll never forget the one time Canyon came to me as HR with his problems, and I was like, dog, what?
You're like, talk to the HR guy, idiot.
I think this is
Just
an
go home and talk to
interesting.
myself.
I think this is interesting because I don't think bands really talk about disagreements all that often. I mean, unless it goes public.
They
and
usually
you know.
just break up.
Yeah.
They usually just
Every
go
band-
like, fuck you.
Every
I'm
band has
leaving.
disagreements. I mean, if you get 5 people working on a thing
Yeah.
that they put a lot of work and or money into, and one of the people aren't getting their way, I mean, it can go south really fast. I mean,
Yeah.
in our band, we have like a system where it's like we all vote on it. If
Yeah.
the vote gets overruled, then tough shit. I mean, 3 out of 4
For
people
real,
or whatever.
That's just majority
Yeah.
rules.
Yeah, and I feel like that's fair.
Yeah.
If the
Recording
majority of the
Wolves in
band is okay
Business
with
Suits.
something, then full send that shit.
When we were recording Wolves in Business Suits in the fucking RV we were sleeping in behind the studio, like there was like literally at least 2 or 3 like screaming matches, like with fucking almost tears involved. That shit was stressful as fuck, dude.
Yeah.
Was
Like,
I
straight
there?
up
Because I don't
stressful.
remember it.
Yeah, everyone was around for one of them. I remember pretty specifically. That was the one that I was involved in, and it was fucking like I was just like, at some point this shit's not even worth it. And then we all fucking went to sleep and woke up the next day and it was like, yeah, that was kind of
Howdy.
dumb. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you act stupider at nighttime. I will say, if you got anything important you want to bring up, wait till the morning. Like, otherwise you wake up the next morning and you're like, oh, I'm a fucking idiot, man. Or maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm just a
No,
fucking
I think
idiot.
that's a good.
Yeah, that's what I was told once when I was growing up. No, I mean, it definitely, the arguments went down after a specific point, and people learned to talk to each other more respectfully because we know that we can set each other off, and because we want our band to survive, we said we're gonna talk to each other like adults for the most part. We'll still be like, you shut up, you fucking bitch, and like that's fine. We don't think we're not actually calling each other bitches, but
But we were back then.
yeah, we were. Yeah. And one of the bigger things that we agreed on initially is like, we just agreed to never make money on the band. That way we would never break up about that. But then eventually if we do make money, then we would make money and then it would be a problem. But it's just like where we're at right now. It's like, no, it's not about cuts or shares or whatever. It's about making music and we're not worried
Yeah.
about
Well, I think.
is that a real enough take for you to end the podcast on?
Yeah,
It's like an actual band
an
thing.
actual interview
Good
question.
take.
Real take.
Uh,
Was that 5 questions?
there were some.
Hey, how many questions did you have?
This whole thing is questionable. Bars.
Yeah.
Hey, how many did you had a list of questions, right?
No.
No.
He's just thinking them up as he goes along.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, do it
I
all.
kind of
That's
freeball
all
it.
Yeah.
Plug your stuff, yo. Personal stuff if you want, and obviously band stuff. Plug it up.
Yo, what the fuck is up? Go to our motherfucking Twitter at PON_BAND, PON_band. on Twitter. Go to our Instagram. We're posting shit again because I wrote all a bunch of stuff and I was able to record it all and I can post a bunch of it. Go to our fucking Instagram, you selfish bitches. It's Properties of Nature. You can go on Facebook if you're old as hell. You can go on Facebook and follow us. I don't know what that'll do, except maybe you can give us your metadata.
There's
or
one
something.
even more important place to go than all of that, and that's propertiesofnature.com.
Oh,
Go to
shit.
Buy all the merchandise you want to buy.
Guys,
all
look
our
at me right now. Propertiesofnature.com.
Third eye's open.
Insane.
All of my eyes are open. Go to propertiesofnature.com to buy merch.
Okay, guys.
Properties of Nature.
So Thomas isn't here for this episode today, so I'm gonna do this for him. But Thomas has a project coming up that's not out yet. You guys should check that out as soon as it's out.
I do have a solo project I'm working on. That's not necessarily a solo project, but it's just
and
gonna
you
be
can
my...
announce it when it's out. All right,
Oh,
guys.
hey, no.
Listen to the podcast.
Keep your eyes out for that. Keep your eyes out for new Properties of Nature stuff. Listen to the podcast, or
Oh yeah, the podcast. Go to our
or
fucking
we'll be
podcast.
sad. Join our Discord. Our Discord's fun. We got a bunch of people listen to our music.
How do they get there?
How
Say
did
that.
we get there? Listen to my solo music,
No,
or I'll
you
never
no.
make music
Hey,
again.
How to get to the Discord? You
say
fucking.
how to get-
I don't care. I don't care. They're gonna find it one way or another. People have been
It's all right.
joining without the link invite. I don't know how people are finding our Discord without our link.
It's the
They're
top
finding
pinned
it.
tweet on our Twitter is our Discord. Fucking go to our actual podcast. It's just the Pondcast with an N instead of a D. Figure it out.
That's it.
Sounds a little too
Come on.
complicated, honestly.
We have a lot. There's a lot of things.
I'll
We
have a
gotta
lot
say
of
them
those
all.
links
Just
in
help
the
someone listen.
description of the episode as well, in case you don't want to go looking yourself. You can just hit.
God,
hit a
Oh
link.
man,
hell
that's a
yeah!
lot of work.
Easy.
We should
Put the link
should
of
do
the pod-
that.
You don't do that.
Why don't we do
Wait.
that?
Wait, yeah, we
Bro.
could literally put the link of our Discord in the description of the video, can't we?
Yeah.
Wow.
We're fucking
We've
That's
been
what
telling
we
people.
do.
Not the video.
All right, here's the situation.
episode.
On Twitter, type @PON_ban, and then the top tweet is pinned. It's a link that takes you to an external website where there's a tree of links, but 4 of them are fake and 1 of them is real. If you can figure out which one is real, then that takes you to a survey. If you fill out that survey correctly in under
get
15 minutes,
90% right. Then you can go to our Discord.
Jake's out here like, we'll just put the link in the
Yeah,
description.
yeah. The link will just be in the description.
Shit, dude.
That's
We
fucking
could
smart.
probably do.
Are we stupid?
we could-
You just fundamentally changed the way the Properties of Nature podcast functions.
shouldn't
He
have
also
had
talked
to.
about putting tags in our fucking description. Like, we need to get on
It'll
this
never
shit.
be the same again.
Does
Bye,
it?
guys.
Hey, if
Make
you
a
put
kawaii
okay.
face. Everybody.
Like,
Well, I can if I'm doing it, huh?